Well, it's the promise of paradise. Buy a piece of land in a resort development and build your dream home when you retire. But that dream has turned out to be paradise lost for many people who bought lots at Fairfield Glade near Crossville, Tennessee. Nancy Amons joins us tonight with part 2 of her Focus 4 investigation.
Demetria, more than 80 people from all over the country have filed complaints with the Tennessee Division of Consumer Affairs, saying the lots they bought some 25 years ago in the southern end of Fairfield Glade are now overgrown with weeds, the roads impassable when it rains, although the northern end has beautiful homes. Who's to blame? That's the question we explore tonight.
Yes, I love kitchen.
Ellen Turner and her husband Leon are too busy to retire.
Character skinny.
She's 70.
And I can rest you a while, honey.
He's 76.
That's right.
They run a soup kitchen for the homeless and homebound of Knoxville.
No one's paid here. It's all volunteer. And
24 years ago, they bought a lot at Fairfield Glade near Crossville, a lakefront lot for $5,000.
we really wanted a resort type of thing when we retired and everything. And so we bought it hoping that someday we'd build on it or something.
The Turners are among scores of Fairfield Glade property owners now discovering their lots are not worth what they paid for them. Their lot is in the southern end of the Glade, where there's no water or sewer. Land values are plummeting.
What do you say? What?
Some sellers are so frustrated they put their lots in an auction for whatever they can get.
We'll get 2,000. This is number 19. 2,000. Okay, let's just put it down on a rock. I'll open it at $100.
Telcon Auctioneers does this 3 to 4 times a year. Sell off 100 or more Fairfield Glade lots to whomever meets the minimum bid. On the block right now, a lot one Nashville couple had paid $4,000 for. It brings
Right down here, $200. We'll set
$200 sold to a Knoxville developer.
Yes, this is the fire sale.
Did they cook some more chicken, do you know?
Ellen and Leon Turner put their lot in the auction, hoping for $7,000. Remember, they paid $5,000. They didn't know until we told them it sold for $2,000. How do you feel about getting $2,000?
Well, I'll be frank with you, Nancy, I'm really disappointed, you know, because property is one thing that's always been a good investment. You know what I'm saying? And this is really a big disappointment for us because we still have to pay the auctioneer X number of dollars. I don't know how much we're going to have to pay him.
They didn't realize after paying the auctioneer and legal fees, they would end up with just $700.
I know you are kidding, Nancy. Surely not. I just won't let it go for that. From my heart, rather than to be taken this way, I'd rather give it to somebody.
Why have so many Fairfield Glade property owners been left high and dry?
It is a nationwide problem throughout the desert.
At Arkansas State University, Dr. Bill Stroud has spent 20 years studying the pitfalls of recreational and retirement communities like Fairfield Glade. In his book, The Promise of Paradise, he writes that in many developers' quest to generate profits, they produce thousands of virtually uninhabited subdivisions across the nation.
The developer set up a scheme. It was take the money and run. And I'm not saying that was the intent at Fairfield Glade, but it happened all across the country, all too frequently.
Whatever the intent at Fairfield Glade, the result is that 2/3 of the lots are vacant. Most don't have water and sewer. And the developer legally has no responsibility to provide them, because the original covenants written by the developer shift that responsibility and cost to the Fairfield Glade Homeowners Association.
But you're the dumping ground for the problem.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that. There's hardly a
Letty
day-
Ekstrom, the association's vice president, says the association might run sewer lines into the southern property, but only if 75% of the lot owners request it and are willing to pay more than $3,000 each.
It would not be wise fiscally to go out and spend several $1 million and have nobody utilize the service.
Getting 75% of the owners to say yes doesn't seem likely if many feel like the Turners.
I just want out of this, I really do. It's just not fair. It really isn't.
Well, it's life. You know, I'm sorry. You know, how many people go to a retail store and buy something and really understand what they're buying in the way of a warranty?
If the Turners had read the fine print when they bought their lot, they would have seen Fairfield Glade warned them there was no assurance they would ever have utilities on their land. Like 100 property owners learn the hard way at every auction, paradise, when it's only a promise, sells cheap.
I got one to give two, one to give two, now two, yes.
I would like for people to think twice. You know, when they go to these developments, it's fine to visit, take a free vacation, but go home and think about it. Take a second look.
Now we have some do's and don'ts for buying property from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Don't purchase any land sight unseen. Don't rely on verbal promises that are not in your contract. And don't sign any papers until you have read all of them. Don't attempt to cancel your contract without putting the request in writing. Demetria?
Now, I'm wondering, Nancy, what if they won't let you take the material home to look over before you sign it?
Well, the Better Business Bureau says that's a sign you should run the other way. And tomorrow night, we'll go undercover and you'll see a textbook case.
Thanks. More tomorrow.